Good afternoon here from Palm Springs, California. Valerie Milano, the senior editor of the Hollywood Times and also with Aspiring magazine back east. And I'm so glad to have our organizers here, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves. Thank you, gentlemen.
I am Jonathan Andre Culleton. I'm a co-director of 29 Queer Film Festival, and I am also sitting here with my husband.
I'm Graham Colbeans. I'm also a co-director of the 29 Queer Film Festival, and we're both filmmakers.
Beautiful. Thank you. I know I was covering it virtually last year, and this year I will be as well, but I am going to come to 29 Palms and see you gentlemen and meet some of your special filmmakers. So,
Thank you so much.
congratulations on the second annual 29 Queer Film Festival. Can you share how the idea for this festival first came about and how it has evolved since last year?
Yeah, well, we had been living in 29 Palms for a few years and making short films, especially using the beautiful desert landscapes that exist out there. And we realized there weren't really many opportunities for screenings of queer film in the desert. And actually, t the town of 29 Palms doesn't have its own movie theater. So we decided to collaborate with the local stage theater, Theater 29, and we wrote a grant proposal for the local tourism board, and we were lucky to receive support from Visit 29 Palms.
And that was honestly the spark. Somebody told us they had ample cash and to go and put your grant, out for a queer art program. So it was the math was mathing. So that really was the reason. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that's totally true. We learned a lot in our first edition, and the second edition is going to double down on some of the things that worked, like local desert filmmaking, and it's also expanding the international offerings and just trying to create a connection between 29 Palms and global audiences.
Lovely. So does the community, and how does the community, if so, shape the event in 29 Palms?
Yeah, I mean, some people don't know anything about 29 Palms. It's it's about 20 minutes east of Joshua Tree, so a lot of people have stayed, in your, short stays at JT, and that's one experience. 29 Palms is a town that's pretty much a military town, but also has your funky desert queer artistry group. So it's like important for us to bring programming to both those groups. There are gay people in the military, as we know, a bit of a juggernaut subject right now, but it's really important for us to offer that to people who might want to come from the base and also to entertain the lovely community that we spent basically 3 to 5 years with out in the desert.
Beautiful. How do you choose this particular weekend? I mean, as you know, I might have mentioned before, Cinema Diverse is going to be going on at the exact same time. So how do you choose the September 19th to 21?
In some
Yeah.
ways, you don't.
Um, it, yeah, actually is a really important weekend for tourism in 29 Palms because it's still sort of in the summer, so it's in the low season, and the tourism board is really hoping to get more people out in September to visit 29 Palms. A lot of people come in the winter, and it gets really busy in those months, but
The drop off is deadly. So they have this vested interest. It's a measure that was passed where the tax dollars go to this fund. So there's this vested interest. But we do literally contend with the weather. So they're looking to fill that spot. I agree it's tough, but also the theater likes that spot, perhaps for similar reasons. So we're working with different entities, and those guys are really our partners in crime. So we're
And
we're happy with
yeah,
it.
and we love Cinema Diverse. They're actually showing one of the films that we made this year. But we do understand that it's over an hour away for the residents of 29 Palms, so we're trying to create something more local.
For our readers and our viewers, beyond screenings, are there panels, workshops, networking opportunities that you'd like audience to know about?
Well, there's a robust contingency of filmmakers coming, so we have a mixer for them where a lot of people are going to be able to meet different people from LA and around the world. It's going to be really great, but we're also
We're also doing an amazing drag show. It's an after party that we're collaborating with Horse Girl, that happens every month at the Tiny Pony. And they're doing a cinema themed art horse cinema night on Friday nights, September 19th.
And also, I believe that there's like five drag queens at that show. And in our program, there's an additional three drag kings and queens. So, in total, with this festival, we're bringing you about eight different drag acts over the course of the 3 days.
That
Pretty
is
cool.
so fun. Good for you. Good for you. That's so much fun. For each of you, what does organizing this festival mean personally? I know you're filmmakers. And how does it connect with your own creative or activist journeys?
Yeah, well, we submit our films to festivals all year round. So we are kind of on the other side of the table a lot of the time in our creative work. And in the past, it's been so opaque to understand how festivals make their decisions. But now that we're in the second year of organizing 29 Queer Film Festival, I feel like we're starting to understand the sort of like confines and the pressures that programmers face. And we try to do things a little bit differently. We try to reward people who are making really creative choices on a shoestring budget, who are doing things that may not look as polished but have real heart to them. So we're understanding that it is so difficult to put your work out there um, and to not get back as many acceptances as you want. And we're trying to make space for those voices.
Yeah, I agree. I also think even on a deeper personal level, we fell in love over film, so this is like a real celebration of that, and it kind of feels like an additional anniversary that creeps in there every September of us doing this big thing. I even had like a an astrology reading before I really decided to be like in a long-term relationship with this one. And the guy was like, you'll be on red carpets, you'll be doing, film festivals and stuff. And so to me, there's like a real synergy. I'm like, every year we get on that pink carpet now and kind of do it again.
I love that. You've talking about how the rewarding part of putting together the festival. What is the biggest challenge?
Mm.
Wow.
Probably a lot, but
We're in the thick of it, so it feels like. I mean, I would say maybe like at this moment, like there's just so much to do, like that is just so small but needs to be done. So the minutia lives on spreadsheets, and I go to sleep like thinking about spreadsheets. So that's kind of my thing in like this moment. What would you say?
Yeah, there are a lot of moving parts to this festival, and we have great support. We have a new co-director this year, Nina Jimenez. But we still find ourselves doing so many different tasks for this every day. It's a juggling act, but it's so rewarding when it pays off with a really fun and engaging festival.
So how do you envision the festival growing in the next few years?
Yeah, I'd like to see it expand maybe into multiple venues. Right now, we're doing everything at Theater 29, which makes it easy for people to catch as many programs as they like. But we want to activate the whole community, and we've talked about doing workshops and making programming available for youth and for adults who want to learn filmmaking.
Yeah, there's virtually no youth programming of any kind for like this, like for filmmaking, but like for a lot of art programming out in that area. So parents are like actively calling for it all the time. There is obviously like not a lot of children's programming in like queer stuff, like the intersection is limited, but I think it's worth it to try to just like hunt all over the world. There's like thousands of films made a year. So I really want to reinvest in making the festival known so that we get those submissions.
Well, we're going to do our best as the Hollywood Times and aspiring. Speaking of that, you must have read my mind. What advice would you give to young queer filmmakers who hope to see their work on a screen like this one day?
Yeah, I would say it's a little corny, but just do it. Just go out there and make the films. We have a great short from an 18-year-old filmmaker this year. We are always looking out for the next generation of talent. So submit to 29 Queer Film Festival.
Yeah, and I would add to that, just it's really hard. So just prepare to not be great at it in the beginning, and you have to stick with it. You have to like be really proud of your work, even when it wasn't perfect.
So how can audiences attend, get tickets, or support the festival this year?
Go to 29QFF.com or follow us on Instagram at 29 Queer Film. We have 40 films. We're making 3-day passes available for 75 bucks. It's a great value. There are going to be food sponsors providing free food at the gala events.
We have the legacy film 30-year anniversary of Showgirls on the big screen. I'm so excited for that. Yeah, we
Yeah,
got like this epic programming. So yeah,
raffles with really valuable prizes.
extremely. Yeah, some
So
really good liquor, studio sessions with a sound engineer. We've got it all.
Lovely. So finally, if you could describe the spirit of the 29 Queer Film Festival in just 3 words, what would they be?
ooh, courage, creativity, and
Gay.
Good ones. I like that. Well, we're the Hollywood Times dot today and aspiringmagazine.com, and our YouTube channel is the Hollywood Times Official. And it's so nice meeting you gentlemen this year here on this interview. And like I said, virtually, and look forward to meeting you in 29 Palms in just a couple of weeks, right? I know, don't remind you, right? No, how exciting. That's wonderful. Thank you again for taking the time today because I know your time is very limited.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day. All right. Bye-bye.
have fun in Palm Springs.
Thank
Yeah, have
you.
fun.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.